Today on Monkey Life, orangutan Sylvester arrives in Switzerland for a new life as leader of his own small group.
He's just been let into his room by himself for a little bit just to get used to the surroundings and chill out.
Alison decides to separate mother and son chimps Sasha and Kangu so they can both have a chance at a fulfilled life within a group.
She's not going to allow Kangu to socialize and be with anybody else.
And large insects for the squirrel monkeys, but will they stick at it? Monkey World in Dorset, buried deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison Cronin, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
There they are. It's so amazing. They look really fit and healthy. All good.
The park provides a home for more than 260 primates from 25 different species. The big day has finally arrived. After months of planning and meetings and mountains of paperwork, orangutan Sylvester is about to leave for a new life at Basel Zoo in Switzerland.
I'm feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit excited as well at the same time, but obviously we've got a lot to deal with before we get him there, but it'll be so great when we actually see him over in Switzerland in Basel, hopefully having some kind of contact with his new partner that he'll be living with, so hopefully that will go well as well, but obviously there's a lot of steps before we get to that stage, so let's hope everything goes well.
Sylvester arrived at the park in 2010 when he was just shy of his first birthday. He was born at Santillana Zoo in Spain, but was rejected by his mum and hand-reared by the keepers there.
Hello, Jeremy.
Hello.
Nice
And who
to
are
meet
you? Hello. Are you right? What are you doing? I like your haircut.
Jeremy went to Spain to collect Sylvester and bring him back to Monkey World, so he could grow up with others of his own kind.
Is this an aerial attack? Yes, it is. I thought it was.
Sylvester never looked back.
Sylvester came to us just as a tiny little baby. I mean, I just still remember the images of Jeremy on board that ferry trying to keep Sylvester under control as an infant.
There. Just leave that on now, OK? That is a very bad idea. That is a terrible idea.
And now, you know, he's a big guy and it's time to move on and graduate. This is always a difficult part for us, but it's important that he goes off. We're not going to be able to provide him an adult group of his own.
After being adopted by surrogate mum O'Sheen, Sylvester turned out to be an excellent role model for other youngsters in the nursery, endearing him to staff and visitors alike.
Notoriously, since he joined us here at Monkey World, he's been a lovely, friendly, very patient male orangutan. All of the other orangutans that ever meet him usually absolutely fall in love with him, and all of the keepers as well. I like, to be honest, anyone that does meet him. So in my mind, I think Sylvester's going to get on like a house on fire when he's over there, so fingers crossed it'll all go well.
With so much to do, it's an early morning start for the team on one of the coldest days of the year so far. First task of the morning is to let Sylvester out separately as part of the morning release. Next, the orangutan team need to encourage him into his travel crate, something they've been training him for some time. However, today the door will stay firmly shut until he reaches his destination. Unfortunately, the driver of the lorry which will transport the crate is running late.
Hi, Nikki. Yeah, if you can still give us the call when the driver actually arrives, and that'll be the point that we'll start the process, if that's cool.
It's a bitterly cold morning, and the team don't want Sylvester sitting in the travel crate for too long. But all they can do is wait. In the meantime, it's life as normal for the other orangutan groups. The truck finally arrives an hour behind schedule, and the team spring into action. Everyone is kept back while James and Rachel persuade Sylvester into the crate.
Ready?
Yeah.
Come on, Sylvester.
Sylv. Hello. Come on, gorgeous. You good boys in here now. Good boy, Sylvester. That's from me.
Good boy, Sylvester.
I
Good
love you,
boy.
It's textbook. The months of training have paid off. Sylvester goes straight in without hesitation.
So that went really well, the start of it. He went in the box as planned perfectly. The only slight problem we had was one of the blankets in the crate went over the slide runner. So we were fiddling around with that for a short while, but he did his job perfectly. He's in the box, good for stage 1, so let's go.
It's going to plan, but Sylvester's crate still needs to be loaded onto the truck for the journey to Portsmouth and subsequent ferry crossing to France. After that, it's a long road trip to Switzerland. It's going to take around 24 hours before he arrives at his new home. With winter well underway, many of the smaller primates are spending much of their time in their heated houses. Keeping them busy and active in the colder months is always a bit of a challenge for the primate care team, particularly with a group like the squirrel monkeys. Their favourite pastime is hunting insects. It's easy when trees and plants are in flower, attracting bugs the squirrel monkeys love to eat, but more difficult when plants are dormant. Today, the team have received something that should overcome that problem: a donation of stick insects. And Natasha thinks they'll be perfect for the group of 4 squirrel monkeys.
Oh, the squirrel monkeys absolutely love their insects. It's a main part of their diet, so we make sure to give some every day, sometimes twice a day if we're feeling generous.
The stick insects have been living on prickly brambles, which they eat, making it harder for the squirrel monkeys.
Hopefully that'll get them using their brains a little bit. So hopefully they will, maybe think a bit more carefully about getting them. They'll, try and be more careful not to prick themselves on the brambles. Usually they're pretty gung-ho about getting their food. So yeah, maybe this will make them slow down, maybe think about things a bit. 'Cause they're very active creatures, the squirrel monkeys. So yeah, we like to make sure that they are using their brains as well as their bodies.
The excited group can't wait to get started.
They've all been watching us and they're all ready to go. You ready? Hello, squirrels!
Lopez is first on the scene, but it's female Lucille who's quickest to react, spotting the camouflaged insects amongst the prickly foliage. She's a common squirrel monkey, one of 3 rescued from squalid conditions at a house in Somerset 5 years ago. Logan is the largest, but surprisingly isn't in charge, content to hang back while the others get stuck in. Lopez is currently the leader and always on the move. He just can't sit still, especially when he sees Lucille tucking in and realises there are live insects on the menu. The final member of the group, and one of the youngest, is black-capped squirrel monkey Nueve. It's 2 weeks since she underwent major surgery to have a large lump removed from her shoulder. She's recovered remarkably well. The wound has healed and fur is growing back. But importantly, Nueve's mobility hasn't been affected, and she still has a large appetite. Today, the squirrel monkeys haven't been particularly gung-ho in their approach to the insect hunt. It's been a bit more considered than usual. The brambles and the stick insect's ability to stay still makes the hunt much harder for the squirrel monkeys. As the sun comes out, they decide to go outside instead. But the challenging snack will still be there when they come back in. It's midwinter, and a few months since chimps Sasha and Kangu arrived from Argentina. And introducing the pair to their new housemates in Brian's group hasn't been straightforward.
Primate care staff have done absolutely brilliant job trying to limb through. It's not easy in a single house. This is Brian's house behind us here, where there's 7 bedrooms and a playroom, to manage so many adult chimpanzees that are volatile, territorial, vested interests in their own family and company. And so it's been difficult.
Sasha and her son Kangu are very close, and together make a formidable pair. Consequently, to make introductions easier, they've been separated when meeting some of Brian's group. Sasha has been outside and met everyone apart from Rodders, who tends to get emotional and hysterical when confronted with new housemates. Kangu had a slow start, but is now doing well too. He's getting to know Brian, and the pair have become close friends. The problem comes when Kangu is away from his mum.
Sasha has, at best, separation anxiety. Actually, at worst, she's not going to allow Kangu to socialize and be with anybody else. She's happy to be going with all of the others and even going outside, where he's left him behind, sitting staring at his toes. We do the opposite, and she can actually see him playing with Brian and enjoy. She goes into complete meltdown, screaming as if she's being hurt, slapping herself, just losing the plot. And of course, when she does that, it necessarily upsets Kangu. And we finally come to the conclusion that it's not good or healthy for those 2 chimpanzees to continue their life together.
As a result, Sasha is going to move to Bart's group. To achieve this, a temporary tunnel has been built, connecting Brian's house with Bart's.
They're going to be opening it up and trying to encourage Sasha to walk all the way through into Bart's bedrooms, where we will begin the process of introducing her to Bart's group, and then we can continue on with Kangu going into Brian's group. So a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. Bad news, good news, bad news, I'm not sure. Hopefully Kangu, who's a nice boy, will find his place within Brian's family.
I'll open up that one, and then I'll open up here as soon as she moves. If you want to then let her into bedroom 4 and shut that slide off behind her so she is just in 4. And then hopefully when she comes in, I'll shut that slide behind her.
It wasn't that long ago that Sasha spent 36 hours in a travel box on her way to the park, and she's understandably wary.
Yeah, monster.
It's a lot warmer inside the playroom than in the tunnel.
Come on then, sweetheart. Come on, Sashi.
And she's not keen on having an audience, made up of her new housemates, who can be a bit rowdy. In fact, no amount of encouragement is going to persuade Sasha through the tunnel today.
Sasha! Sasha, what's this?
As the snow starts to fall, Sean decides enough is enough.
Yeah, me and Jeremy are frozen now, so we kind of give it a rest and start again fresh in the morning. Yeah, we're in no great rush, you know, we got all the time in the world. Even if it's a week down the line and she's still not moving, yeah, it's not the end of the world, we'll get there in the end.
And they do. After 4 days of trying, Sasha is persuaded through the tunnel. She's now in the bedrooms in Bart's house, waiting for the team to decide on a good time to begin introductions to her new group. But for now, they're concentrating all their efforts on Kangu, and finally introducing him to everyone at Brian's in a more settled environment. It's been a long, dismal, wet winter. Not much fun for the park's primates or their carers. But whenever possible, the team encourage their charges outside for feeding time to help keep them fit and healthy. However, there's one family at the park who never need much incentive to take advantage of their lovely outdoor space, whatever the weather. The 4 red-bellied guenons. But this morning, the primate care team are going to entertain them indoors. filling their bedrooms with a ton of straw and burying their breakfast inside.
The harder we make it for them to find their food, the longer they'll spend doing it and the more interested they'll be. So if we can give them something interesting inside, that's much better for them and it gives them something to do for the whole day.
And today, breakfast is a medley of nuts, consisting of walnuts, almonds and cashews.
So we haven't given them too many because we don't want to give them too many calories. But yeah, they are quite hard to see. They're very small and they're excited already. And it's, you know, it should take them quite a while. And then we'll refill it tomorrow if we need to.
The group are impatient to see what's in their bedroom, but when faced with the massive straw covering the floor, they're all a bit wary. Dad Benny checks it all from a hose, making sure it's safe for his family. Unfortunately, he loses his balance, but it's a very soft landing. Encouraged by Dad's mishap, the rest of the family soon join in and quickly realise there are tempting treats to be had. They're soon foraging through the straw. The two young sisters, Biff and Nala, are growing up fast, and it's created quite a problem for the primate care staff.
Yeah, they're getting quite difficult to tell apart now. Nala and Biff have almost caught up with Nia in terms of size. Benny's still the biggest. Benny's still probably the friendliest towards the keepers. But he does get bullied a bit by Nia and Nala. Nala's taking after her mum and Biff is taking after her dad. But other than that, they're a happy little group. They've got space to be away from each other if they need. They've got privacy and they've got all the climbing frame that they could possibly want.
The search for food continues. Red-bellied guenons are primarily frugivores, but their diet also consists of leaves and insects. They have cheek pouches allowing them to forage and store food at the same time, until they reach a safe place to eat.
So they'll probably gather as many as they can and then run outside and eat some out there. There you go.
And this family's safe place is up high in the trees and platforms of the outdoor enclosure. The primate care staff will keep reusing the straw for the next few days, giving the guenons plenty of food for thought. At the orangutan nursery, Sylvester's move to a new home at Basel Zoo in Switzerland is underway, despite an early start, a bitterly cold day, and an hour's delay.
I'll stick that on later. That needs cake. You're not going to be able to stick it on the table in this cold. Cheers to that.
Sylvester has a long journey ahead of him, but he'll have a familiar face to share it with. Primate care member James is going too. They'll be travelling across land and sea to the French-Swiss border, then motoring on to their destination.
Little boy, you got your blanket on? He's a good lad.
The journey will take around 24 hours.
It went really smoothly this morning. We had a few issues with the blanket stuck in the slide, but we managed to get that sorted to get the door down, and now he's all secure. He's got a lovely lot of blankets in there for nesting, and hopefully once he's calmed down inside the van, he should have a good journey. You're all right, buddy. You're all right, Sylvester. Sylvester. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. I know it's scary. You'll be okay.
To make Sylvester as comfortable as possible in his travel crate, the team are putting a secure window at the front so he can see what's going on.
You got it?
But the noise and movement have made Sylvester agitated.
All right, you good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yep, good, good, good.
Rachel does her best to keep him calm. He has plenty of blankets to keep him warm, and James will make sure he's hydrated and fed throughout the trip. The large travel crate is loaded onto the back of the truck and secured for the long journey ahead. Despite the earlier delay, the move is back on schedule.
Long journey ahead, crate stand, got in there well. In the lorry, a little bit of stress getting him in there, but all fine now, so hopefully he'll quieten down. And we've got to get on our way now and try and get the journey done as fast as we can for him. So fingers crossed he'll chill out and all be good.
With that, Sylvester leaves Monkey World for a new home in Switzerland. But life for the orangutan team carries on. They have 4 others remaining in the group, probably wondering what's happening.
Orangutans do bounce back from difficult situations. It will be very strange for them to start with because they've known Sylvester a long time, and for Oisin, she's known him for the last 12 years like we have. So it might take a little while to adjust. So having things to keep them distracted, things that they enjoy doing, stuff that they get some kind of joy and fun out of is really useful to help sort of bridge that strange gap between the old life and the new life.
The group have been given food in the indoor playroom, where it's a lot warmer than outside. Having got over the initial disruption, the youngsters are back to normal and having fun. But foster mum Oisin, who helped bring up Sylvester, is a little quiet. She's not normally the most active orangutan, but today she seems to be aware one of her brood has gone. And after 12 years together, life will be different. As the nursery group begin to adjust to life without Sylvester, at Basel Zoo, they're beginning the task of settling him into his new life. Primate care member James kept a small video diary of their arrival.
So he's here. He's just been let into his room by himself for a little bit just to get used to the surroundings and chill out. And we're gonna possibly just let him see the female in a bit just to see what they think of each other. So we'll see how we get on. But it's great, he's here, he's out of the box, all good.
Initially, Sylvester is put in a bedroom opposite young adult female Maya and her daughter, 4-year-old Padma.
What do you think, Sel? Is your girlfriend, hopefully? She fancies you.
Then it's decided to let them all in together, with Sylvester making his presence felt. It'll take some time for the 3 to become comfortable in each other's company. Large primate introductions can be difficult. But it's a good start considering Sylvester is less than 24 hours into his new life as an adult male. Next time on Monkey Life. Alison makes an early start on a mission to rescue a pet trade marmoset kept in a hamster cage.
An individual has been seized from a premises with very ropey circumstances.
Plus, a prickly challenge for the spider monkeys.